at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. You said you wanted to fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, oblivion. Oh, going in. Fall into oblivion. Fall into oblivion. Forget about the world we're living in. Fall into oblivion, I'm going in. You can't fall asleep when you're counting stars. Get it together. Your mind can't sleep when you let it serve. And now you wanna see me fall. From a quarter mile, I can see you at the call. Think about it, ring won't tell you what I saw. When you break it off, you'll see who had it all. You had it all. thoughts undone on your own. You've been walking too long, but it's time to stand up. The truth is we are still young and brave. Let's run away and get lost like the old days. We see the way, no time to wait, so go back to the old days. To the old days. So go back to the old days. Shoot out the beast inside. You're a strong survivor, not a lifeless stone. Just know you're not alone. Together we'll fight. The truth is we are still young and brave. Let's run away and get lost like the old days. We see the way, no time to wait, so go back to the old days.
I've got a premonition, I'm dreaming you and I. All my darkest fears are coming outside. We got a billion races, we got this melody, and you can trust me, baby, we got everything. Call me whenever you feel alone, babe, and when you need to cry, I'll be by your side. Call me whenever you need someone, babe, and when you need to escape from 1,000 fires. I'm gonna kiss you wherever you are, and I'm gonna miss you, I will never lie. Call me whenever you need someone, babe. We're running in the jungle of love.
What is up, everybody? Happy Saturday afternoon or morning if you're from the U.S., which I highly doubt. Or, yeah, depending on where you're from. Hello, how are you all doing? AFC Wimbledon versus Burton Albion. Let's see. Okay, Burton Albion, a team last season that were staring relegation dead in the face for the first half of the season, and all of a sudden, out of nothing, just finding the fountain of youth and finishing close to mid-table, actually. And now they find themselves in 10th this season. And that is in large part due to their striker slash attacking mid, Akins. He's starting in the striking position today, which kind of scares me, actually. Akins, let me look at his stats, actually. He has 2 goals in the season so far, so it's nothing too crazy so far, but in previous seasons for Burton Albion, stemming all the way from 2014-2015, from 2014-2015 onward, he scored 10, 12, 5, 5, 13, 9, and 9 respectively. Also has a decent amount of assists to his name, so fairly versatile player. He's very strong, actually. Like, his movement is very erratic, but like, he takes these touches and he like shrugs you off when he tries to take touches towards goals. So hopefully the likes of Hennigan and Nightingale can. I don't think it's a matter of Akins making a lot of off the ball runs, but he's just very strong and physical and has decent finishing as well. So Hennigan and Nightingale are gonna have a bit of a tough task on their hands there. And then Smith on the left hand side, I don't really have too much intel on him, but I know he's very good on the ball. Takes like very quick touches. He usually plays out on the right hand side because he's a left footer, but I think he's going to be playing a lot of balls into the box today because he's very much going to be focusing on that dominant left foot. Don't know too much about Chapman, and then obviously familiar face here in the lineup here, Deji Oshilaja, going to be playing for Burton Albion. A bit of a homecoming that he's going to be seeing today at Plough Lane. But Burton, I mean, I think, do we match up against them pretty well with this 4-2-3-1? I think so. I mean, 4-2-3-1 versus 4-2-3-1. Glad to see the usual 3 in Redoni, McCormick, and Asal playing for us today. McCormick playing at attacking mid for the second time in a row this season. I think the 3rd time this season. We've been slotting him in that right wing / right attacking mid a lot today, so it's nice to see him going back to his roots, playing attacking mid, where I feel like he thrives the most. And he's going to be feeding Redoni and Asal out wide. Nice to see Asal back from suspension. Aaron Pressley starting off as that lone striker again. Haven't been the biggest fan of Pressley so far this season, but always optimistic. Hopefully he can have a bounce back performance today. Yeah, I like this formation. I think this is the most consistent formation from AFC Wimbledon they've thrown out this season so far. Again, though, with Pressley, I would like to see a 2 striking pairing. That's something that I'd like to see, like a 4-4-2 with Henry Lawrence as the outside mid, perhaps. That would mean having Nesta Guinness Walker playing as the outside back, and he's been fairly inconsistent. He's been good, he's been bad. But 4-2-3-1 I think is our most consistent. Hopefully we'll have Ollie Palmer fit as soon as possible, though. But I'm still going to have my hope. I'm still going to put my hope that Aaron Pressley will get on the score sheet today. So we'll see. What are your guys' thoughts on Aaron Pressley, actually? Because Aaron Pressley, I feel like is the most polarizing player in the entire roster. I know a few people on Wombo Underground Press were like, I wouldn't blame Pressley. He doesn't have the support around him. And true, we really haven't had that much support around him in the past few games. But at the same time, the idea that he can't create his own chance kind of, I don't know, it just, I wish he could. Because there are instances where he finds himself, at the top of the 18, back towards goal. He doesn't have that ability to, like, take a touch to his right or take a couple touches and beat someone on and then, place it far post. But we'll see what happens. I mean, he's very good in the air. If we can give him the service, that's one thing that I can say about the people that are defending Pressley. They do have a point. He's not getting too much service. We are playing direct at times, but a lot of the times when we play direct, we're not even trying to play Pressley at the end of it. We're just trying to play direct just for the sake of playing direct, kicking it up. Mainly clearances, of course. Like if Nightingale and Hennigan find themselves in trouble, they'll clear their lines. But in terms of service, like if we have it with like Redoni or Asal out wide, Asal didn't play last game, but a lot of the times we would cut it back and play to the center mid, or we'd play it like square to Pressley instead of actually playing a ball over the top and for the head, intended for the header Pressley. I think we need to be more direct in that sense. And Radoni, Asal, they need to take it upon themselves to be more dangerous on the 1v1s. Take it down the line so that they can whip the ball in, or take it down the line so that they can maybe have extra space for an extra touch inside the 18-yard box. So hopefully we'll see some more positive football from the Dons today. Trying to set up iFollow in the meantime. All right. Get my shit plugged in. I got my energy drink and ready to go. Is the audio working? Yeah. All right, boys, we're set. We're just gotta wait for the. Gotta wait for the game to commence here, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna talk a bit less. Just like, okay, let's just assume I say 1,500 words per stream. That's just a rough estimate. It could be more, it could be less. I'm going to try to say maybe 1,200 because I do want to get some of the broadcast in a little bit. I want Rob Cornell and I forgot Mike's last name, but Rob and Mike, I want to get their voices heard a little bit more. So at times I noticed that, like, it's rooted in me, deeply rooted in me, to try to engage in play-by-play commentary and to try to explain as much as there is to explain in regards to what's happening. But at times, that's what Mike and Rob's job is. So at times, I'm just gonna sit back and just watch what happens, and then I will analyze what happens after something significant happens. I'll explain then. But at times I'll just sit here and just focus and listen to the commentary. I think it's going to be a better experience for you guys as well. So we'll see what happens. This is going to be more of an experimental type of stream and see how that goes. Of course. I think my mentality in previous streams was that I want to keep you guys engaged as much as possible. I don't want there to be too many silences because like I said, I want to keep you guys engaged and entertained. But let me know if you guys like the iFollow commentary. Let me know if you want me to kind of balance it out a little bit more, kind of go 50-50 with the iFollow commentary, with my own commentary, rather than my commentary overpowering theirs. Let me know. Deji Oshilaja was on commentary a few weeks ago, actually, when we played against... It was... Was it... No, was it... Oh, yeah, it was Oxford. Yeah, that was the game where I couldn't watch live. I could only listen because they were playing on an ESPN Plus, and I don't have a subscription to that. And Deji Oshilaja was on commentary. As soon as they put it... we were down 1-0. As soon as they put him on commentary, they scored the equalizing goal like 5 minutes later. And then... they had him on commentary again, like 70 minutes into the half, and then they scored a second, and then they scored a third, like 3 minutes later. And so I feel like, we should have him on commentary just for the sake of good luck. Obviously not this game. Anyway, Asal actually, a long ball, and he actually out-muscles somebody. Gets the cross, and it was cleared away, but not fully clear. I will get the scoreboard in just a second. And one of the Burton Albion players are down for that. Who would have known that Asal would have just barreled through one of the Burton Albion players there in terms of the physicality sense. I'm gonna look back at that actually because I wasn't paying attention. It was first 5 seconds of the game. So Hardigan plays a long through ball actually in the first 5 seconds of the game, and Ayub Asal beats his man, number 2 Brayford, kind of gets his arm in there. So perhaps he did catch him in the head. Or maybe he went down easy. I'm not sure there. But he did put an arm out. Asal tried to get a cross off afterwards and got cleared away. So good positive early start here from the Dons. Let me put the scoreboard up, or the timer actually.
Teammates have come along to come over to check on his well-being. Meantime, the remaining players have wasted no time in coming across for one or two spots of refreshment, a few extra tactical instructions, no doubt. But still Brayford.
Yeah, water break here for 34. Okay, I got it. We're good now. We're good now.
Morris is being readied for Burton, so it looks like it's going to be a serious enough injury to actually
Oh wow.
force John Brayford out of the game this time.
John Brayford, he actually got a red card, or a double yellow rather, just a couple games ago against Bolton. Actually, it was a game that happened last month, and that was a really entertaining 0-0 from what I saw in the highlights. But that's going to be a blow for Burton Albion actually, because John Brayford is actually a pretty decent outside back from my general knowledge of this team. And already they're going to be subbing him off for Bryn Morris. Don't know too much about him, but we'll see what happens going forward for Burton Albion there.
Before he comes onto the field, but John Brayford is out of the action already within the opening 20 seconds or so after coming together with Ayuba Sal, and certainly no question of any nefarious or foul play on behalf of Ayuba Sal. But sure enough, Burton already with an enforced change inside the very, very early stages of proceedings here at the Cherrywood Stadium.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep the live results up, and I will keep you guys updated every here and now on the live results. Hopefully, let's see what kind of games are there. Let's see. Crew beat Cambridge, hopefully actually, and then Cheltenham against Rotherham. Maybe Cheltenham can get a victory off there. I don't think so because they're on a poor run of form right now. Anyway, Ayuba Sal on the left. After another long ball actually. All right, AFC Wimbledon knocking around here. They force it back to their back four, but I don't think AFC Wimbledon are going to try to knock it around too much in their back four. Yeah, we see Hennigan lumping it forward to Pressley. Pressley with the knockdown header just over the head of McCormick, who actually came running forward a little bit too much there. But that's what we need. That's what we need. We need the service to Pressley. Now Zanev actually plays it forward, intended for Sal. Tries to spin off, but instead the header was won. A couple headers won by both sides here. Nice header by McCormick. Very powerful and imposing header there, but eventually Burton Albion win out. Ooh, O'Connor coming all the way up from the defensive mid position, making a run. But nothing doing as Zanev collects, and Alexander is going to try to feed a Sal, holding it up here for Pressley. Plays McCormick out wide. Nice through ball there to a Sal on the right-hand side. Back to Alexander. Alexander going to try to look for Pressley. Hip height cleared away. Alexander finds it once again. Left foot. Pressley, can he hold it up? Yeah, he's going to find a Sal on that right. Takes someone on him. Takes a touch, yeah, and then crosses it just over the head. Good positive start here from AFC Wimbledon. They're knocking it around a little bit, playing it direct to Pressley, and also Pressley kind of hooked out wide as Sal was holding it up on the center, and then he played Pressley. Pressley played it out wide to McCormick, and then McCormick stringing, they're stringing some passes together here already, and Che Alexander coming forward on the attack as well. That's what you like to see. The cross was a decent one. It was just barely underneath the head of Pressley, though, so he wasn't able to get his head on it, and it was cleared away.
It's Redoni now trying to win the aerial battle in centre field. It's hooked high and forward for Burton by Charlie Lakin, but it's going to bounce all the way through into the Dons penalty area, into the hands of Nick Zanev. 5.5 minutes gone then at the Cherrywood Record Stadium. Dons 0, Burton 0, but the big news so far is that the Burton captain John Brayford forced out by injury in the opening couple of minutes here.
I don't like to see anybody out for injury. I don't like to see anyone get injured, but having John Brayford out is actually really good things for us. Anyway, ball on the left-hand side here. Oh. I think it was Chapman. Someone played Chapman in on the left. He tried to play a very, hard cross down the 18-yard box to Akins. It was partially nicked, and then it was around the goal line, and Zanev tried to get a clearance off, and it bounced off Hennigan, and miscommunication there. Going to be a corner kick here for Burton Albion. Not what you want to see from AFC Wimbledon there.
Completely unforced error there between
Alexander and Zanev, excuse me.
left-hand side in front of the South London Movers stand. The massed ranks of the Dons faithful.
Burton Albion are not...
To be taken. The referee now
I don't think they're known for their set pieces, but Shaughnessy definitely can pack a header towards goal. 10 starts for Shaughnessy, 11 so far if you count this game. He is a tried and true Burton Albion center back, and we'll see what happens here.
it's about to be taken by Burton. Here it comes.
Marked by Redoni, far post looping. Deji Ochilaja was the one that tried to get his head on that one, just over the bar.
And over the crossbar.
Not just over, it was a good 5 yards over. So
Goes for a goal kick to the Dons. Well, Deji obviously in opposition colours this afternoon.
saw a couple of AFC Wimbledon fans clapping in his general direction. Deji Ochilaja, obviously a former AFC Wimbledon alumni there.
Of affection and a place in his heart for the Dons. But knowing what a
That's done by Woodyard to get stuck into the header.
said, there'll be no chance of dividing
Knotted on by McCormick.
next couple of hours.
Cleared away.
Meantime, here come Burton now towards the left-hand side. Aiken steers it back to the substitute. Morris goes forward first time. Ball slows up. And
Ooh, Hennigan actually.
slide across and steer it out of
There's a through ball that was played over the top, and it was way over the head of Akins, but then
loose ball.
Ben Hennigan was kind of jogging towards it, thinking he was clear, and then all of a sudden he had to sprint towards the ball because he saw someone, I think that was Lakin, just making a careening run towards that left-hand side. And Ben Hennigan had to slide tackle it out for a throw-in.
Inside the penalty area.
So yeah, you're never safe. You're never safe. You got to make sure you get to the ball as quickly as you can and look for your options. Ben Hennigan a little bit slow on that one.
Again, the referee keeps
Long throw attempt here for Burton, actually. You don't see that very often. But when you do see it, you usually see it in the Championship or League One. You don't see it very often in the Premier League. Unless you're Stoke City.
defensive duty. It's going to be another
Stoke City haven't been in the Prem, though, for a good, 5 years, I want to say.
goal here last season, of course, when they won 1-0. Tom Hamer is the man who's going to re-deliver the ball again from that far side, looking to get good length on the throw, and it comes once again right into the heart.
Ooh, Alexander tried to get a clearance, but it bounced at the top of his head. Luckily, Henry Lawrence got the clearance. Nice first heavy touch there by Sal. Heavy second touch plays
Coming forward,
Henry Lawrence now.
left-hand side. Moves in field, tries to move away.
It's a good tackle by Lakin. Just kind of shrugs him off shoulder to shoulder as Henry Lawrence tried to take it to the center. But Hardigan defends him well. Now McCormick is on the ball.
Allows play to continue.
Asau now on the left.
McCormick will feed a Sal now down the left-hand side. Steered back towards halfway for Woodyard. Back now.
Okay, they're resetting here.
Hartigan now. Hennigan away.
Hennigan's going to look to play direct. Yep,
Forward
I already knew it.
halfway line.
Ah.
Way too much height and purchase on that one. No chance for Jack Redoni to get on the end of that.
Yeah, try to play, instead of switching to play, he tried to play a through ball over the top down the center. Ben Hennigan. As soon as Hennigan got the ball, I'm like, I know he's going to play direct. He plays direct 80% of the time, which is fine. You want to engage in, like I said, positive football, and you want to actually give the service to Aaron Pressley. But I think Ben Hennigan should just stick to the long balls intended for Pressley rather than the through balls over the top. Who knows, though? We'll see. Maybe he can play a good ball every once in a while.
Ball's cleared away by the Dons, and Jimmy Floyd trying a bit of ball control there, but the ball just bounced over his foot, and out it's going to go for a throw into Burton in any event. But of course, chanced his arm with a managerial spell at QPR, of course, which didn't.
Yeah, this is a very late comment, but yeah, we should have bought
Northampton,
Ryan Longman.
but
I think he's a fairly versatile player,
and his greatest man,
both with pace and with finishing ability.
Burton, and of course, they were more than happy to welcome him back to the Pirelli.
And also, his off-the-ball runs were fantastic, too. I really miss Ryan Longman.
Fortunately, we managed to stay up, but Burton really did play well that day.
Here's Smith on the right. This is his dominant position. He started off on the left, but now he's going to be on that right-hand side, according to Google.
Inside the
Ooh, good defending there by Alex Woodyard as
for a moment stole a march on the Dons defence.
A through ball was played towards the center.
Still trying to ward off Lakin, actually deep inside his own half, and he does well. Threads a very neat
Nicely done by Woodyard to just stay calm and play it out of trouble there.
away towards the right-hand side now for the Dons with Hennigan gradually moving forward. Clips it high
Number 7,
towards
Morris.
Pressley, wins it in the air, steers it
Presley wins it at the top of the midfield, and Alex Woodyard actually gets a really nice ball over to, it was with the laces, ball over the top there to Asal. Asal's first touch was kind of heavy, but it forced the substitute Morris to get his lines cleared there. So now it's going to be a throw-in for AFC Wimbledon. That was a really damn good ball, though, by Woodyard. Nothing comes of that throw-in, though, as Hardigan tried to get a chest touch, and it went away from him.
cleared again, high and forward by Hamer.
Slippery surface out there with the rain. Ben Hennigan managing to get his.
It is raining a little bit, actually,
And in the end,
according to the commentary team.
through to Zanev. Now Hennigan away on the far side once again. to McCormick. Hennigan once more steers it across the back line into the path of Nightingale. Helped on further now to Hartigan, well closed down by Johnny Smith. Back with Nick Zanev once again. Dribbled the ball outside of his penalty.
Smith, Lakin, and Chapman. Okay.
Far side. Played low down to the path of Pressley. Drops back into his own half.
Press is going to drop very deep. He's going to feed Alexander. Wimbledon knocking around here, but Hennigan put under pressure. He had to put it up. Intended for Pressley. Pressley commits the foul, though, onto Hamer there.
Committed a foul there. So Burton, having quelled that real early storm from the Dons, now much more assured and much more in this game. Still scoreless though here at the Cherry Red. It's 0-0 with 13.
I'm going to have a bit of a tongue twister with some of these Burton players. Lakin at the center attacking mid. Akins up top. Lakin, Akins. Akins, Lakin.
Must be a little warmer out there than it is here in a rainy Cherry Red Record Stadium here. Autumn really starting to kick in here now this afternoon. You can see it. Coats are coming out. Floodlights are on. Grey skies.
Throwing again to Burton and down the right-hand side.
I'm doing career mode. You know, I was going to do career mode with FIFA 22, actually. I was thinking about getting FIFA 22 today. Oh, a chest touch from Akins intended for the, I think it was O'Connor, number 40. Or no, number 40 is Lakin. That was a long throw, and Akins chested it down, and Lakin's first touch took him really far ahead of him. But yeah, I'm actually thinking about doing career mode 2022, FIFA 2022, actually. I heard good things about FIFA 2022. A lot of times, people complain that the FIFAs are just like the last game, but I think FIFA 22 plays a lot differently than 2021 in terms of gameplay mechanics. It's very passing oriented. The goalkeepers are actually insane as well, from what I hear. So, yeah, I think we'll see what happens with Luke McCormick. Maybe we can use him for 2 years, 3 years, or however long his contract is. I think 2 years, and then maybe sell him for a good price. We'll see. Oof, Morris gives it away. Woodyard switches his lines. Alexander with the give and go here between Radoni, and Alexander's on his bike there. Tried to get the cross off though, it was blocked by Morris. And Alexander's going to come back. Now he's close to the top of the midfield now. Now we're going to see Henry Lawrence. Oof. Henry Lawrence was right around the touchline, tried to take a touch towards the center to deceive his defender, then take a touch down the line, but his touch down the line was a little bit too close to the line, and it was out for a throw in there. So that's what you want to see from Henry Lawrence. So I think Henry Lawrence has been our most influential player in the past couple games or so in terms of creating space.
Doing well to repel Burton as well at the same time. Just getting their footing here on this slippery surface. 15 minutes gone, it remains goalless.
Yeah, and I do plan on streaming on Twitch as well. I need to change my username. Twitch.tv/JaggyMK. I need to change that. JaggyKM. MK stands for Mario Kart, not for Milton Keynes. But I think it's safe to say that definitely not a username I want to use going forward. I did have that as my display name for my old channel when I used to stream AFC Wimbledon reaction videos. Yeah, I changed it from MK to KM for obvious reasons. But yeah, I will certainly post some streams and as well as some career mode videos and maybe some Ultimate Team videos. Ultimate Team, I think, will go on my other channel, the channel I post on. The Swaggy Jaggy is my username. Don't ask me why. Smith on the right hand side here, well defended by McCormick actually. Smith is a very elusive player at times. He takes a lot of quick touches, to like close to his body, but then he likes to spin out and change the pace, kind of like Messi, but with a little bit more flair than Messi, but obviously not as quality as Messi. He's a League One player after all, but I would like to compare his style of play to someone like Messi. Anyway, long ball attempt and nicely done by Zanev. Sweeper keeper just gets there ahead of Akins. Oof. That was actually a really good play there off the throw-in from Smith. Takes a touch at his chest and flicks it with the outside of his boot over the top, intended for Lakin. When they cleared their lines, though, so throw in here for Burton. In case there are some Burton Albion fans here, I'm going to try to engage in some commentary with, certain... I want to make sure I understand certain players' names and numbers so I can appeal to their audience as well. So far, Wimbledon, for the most part, dominating proceedings. Every now and again, they are giving up a through ball or two to Burton, though, on the left. And on the right, it's mainly Smith that's been trying to be dangerous on that right-hand side, take someone on 1v1. So far, hasn't done so successfully yet, though. I said though twice. Long throw, headed away. Another clearance from okay, now AFC Wimbledon on their break here. 2v2 with a Sal. Can he find someone? No. Yeah. He tried to wait for numbers to be brought up instead of taking it upon himself and throw in here for Wimbledon now. Hennigan once again playing it direct. Pressley has some space. His first touch really lets him down, though. He made a run towards the top of the 18, and Pressley tried to head it down. But instead, the header, when he tried to head it down for probably to create some space for a shot, far post or something, it bounced off his knee. So a little bit unfortunate there. As, it was a good idea from Pressley. Try to head it down as the ball was coming back up towards his head. Try to head it down and create some space maybe for a far post shot, but unlucky. That is kind of how the season has gone for Pressley so far, though. So hopefully he can turn things around.
Dangerously dry conditions over there, and asking us if we can send them some of our rain over here. Well, I wish we could, Zook.
Some pressure being put on there by... Don't know who that was, actually. Some off-the-ball pressure here by Chapman. Puts off Alexander and gives it away towards O'Connor. But now they play it back to the center-back Leak. He's going to play it long and forward, intended for Akins. And Akins, like I said, very physical. Wins the chest down. But looks to me like, Hardigan gets his lines cleared. And now it's going to be a throw-in here for Burton Albion. Over the head of everybody, actually. Yeah, Akins up top is a fairly versatile player, very physical, can hold the ball up when necessary, but can also, create some space make an off-the-ball run, and not the most paciest individual. Not the paciest individual in the world, but he can create some space for like a short through ball or a ball that's played from the right or left-hand side, intended for his head. So. Woodyard. We have an overlapping run here from Lawrence as McCormick has the ball on the left, but instead McCormick plays it back over to Woodyard. On the hold-up here is a Sal. Plays it over to McCormick. McCormick now to Henry Lawrence. He's going to be creating some space instead. They're knocking around here, AFC Wimbledon, actually. Ball's played in from Woodyard. Yeah, I thought Lawrence actually could have taken a touch to his left and towards the 18-yard box there, but instead Lawrence plays a square ball to Woodyard 5 yards away, and then he plays a Sal back to Woodyard, kind of knocking around 4-yard, 5-yard passing from AFC Wimbledon, which is good. But I think Lawrence had plenty of space on the left. I think he could have taken a touch there and maybe played a ball into the box with his weak foot, obviously. Actually, no, I think he's left. I'm not sure. He's both-footed, I think. But anyway, Rodoni beating one man on the center, taking to his left. Rodoni trying to blast it with his left foot and gets the... No, doesn't get the deflection, actually. Yeah, that was a kind of a poor one, actually. A good 5 yards wide. But nice to see Jack Rodoni trying to be, trying to be dangerous, trying to be incisive, all the way from the midfield. Took some space, 4, 5, 6 touches, but then the shot was wayward. Doncaster beating the franchise. Bro, of all teams to be losing, Doncaster is definitely not the team you should be losing to. Okay. Cambridge losing 1-0, unfortunately. Actually, no, that's good. They're losing 1-0 against Crewe. I was confusing a different team that they were playing against. Portsmouth 1-0. Sheffield Wednesday, what the hell? What is going on with them? Only 2 points in their last 4 fixtures. Yeah, Bolton 1-0 against Shrewsbury. Portsmouth 1-0 against Sunderland. Morecambe, I swear to God, they have found the fountain of youth. Right now they're like sitting in 7th or something as it stands. 8th, wow. Okay. Anyway, some headers won by both sides. Pressley on the hold-up. Going to be looking to spin out and play McCormick on the left. McCormick has plenty of space here. He's going to be taking it. Knowing him, he's going to take some space when given. Tries to get a cross off. Unlucky. That's unlucky. He tried to get a cross off. It was blocked by Hamer and then bounced back off of him. Nice to see, though, with Pressley holding it up and playing McCormick on the left on the second touch there. That's something that I wouldn't say Pressley, but AFC Wimbledon have been lacking in general is the runs off the ball made once we do find Pressley. And so that's a great example of what we can, the kind of pressure that we can put on the offensive end. Nicely done there by Pressley to get the ball off Hamer and draw the foul, actually. Yeah, Leak wins that over Pressley there. I'm going to let the commentary do the work a bit. Yeah, Hardigan knocking around here with Nightingale back over to Hannigan. He's going to look to play it long. It looks like, he plays it long, intended for Luke McCormick, but Luke McCormick wasn't close enough to the touchline to get on the end of that one as Hannigan tried to lump it down the touchline there. Ooh, Rodoni comes sliding in, gets the ball first. Yeah, wayward pass there by O'Connor. It was a clearance intended. It was an intentional clearance, but it went way out to the touchline instead of to the likes of Chapman or Akins. Ooh, Chapman putting the pressure on there on Nick Zanev, but Zanev gets a nice touch over to Woodyard, and Woodyard tries to play a long ball over. Too heavy, intended for Rodoni on that right-hand side. My voice cracks a lot, it seems. I don't know, it's just been a common issue for me growing up. My voice just tends to crack.
Substitutes this afternoon, like Dan Choker on with Hungary and Dapo Mebude will be on with the Scottish under-21s again as well. Nick Zanev, of course, he's got to go a little bit further afield. Put up for New Zealand again.
Hennigan once again lumps it forward, intended for Pressley, but the header won by Leak. Straight up in the air, and Sal nods it down. It's a really good ball over by Hardigan to McCormick on that left-hand side, but the cross is too high for Pressley. The ball switches over to Smith. He's a very good individual to break through the enemy lines in terms of a 1v1 situation, but he played it back to the center back, and then the center back tried to play it over to Lakin, but saw it out there by Will Nightingale fairly easily. Bolton winning now 2-0. 2-0 Morecambe. What the hell? What have Morecambe been doing? What kind of steroids have they been injecting this season? Crew Alexandra 2-0 against Cambridge, actually, which is a fairly decent result. I don't know what happened to Lincoln City. I mean, they're in like the bottom 5 now with this live result, losing 1-0 to Plymouth. Again, Pressley playing deep here, and a good through ball intended for a Sal, but he was deemed to be offside there. I like that, actually. Hardigan to Pressley, who dropped deep, and then we saw a Sal filling in that space down the middle. Obviously, he is starting off as that left attacking mid, but since we saw Pressley drop deep, we saw, I keep saying we saw, that allowed a Sal to fill in that hole. But just a little bit too far forward with his run. Nice header there, won by Ch Alexander, and now we're going to try to feed Ayuba Sal from Alexander there, but sorry, it was Alexander that won the header. The ball was played in by Hardigan, but cleared away. Oh, Henry Lawrence tried to slide in. Smith on his left foot. He's going to look to create some space for that left-footed shot. Does create space, good save by Zanev, low to his left, and picks up the rebound. It was a switch of the play there from Chapman all the way to Smith, and Henry Lawrence tried to slide in, get his left foot on it, didn't get on it, but got up pretty quickly and was able to contend Smith. I think that was very good defending by Lawrence after the intended slide tackle was missed. Good header, Nightingale. Oof. Deji Oshilaja trying to win the header over McCormick. McCormick gets there first and kind of clashes heads with McCormick, actually. It was like a 70-30. 30% Oshilaja would have gotten there. He came sprinting forward to try to win that header. Lumped forward here for Henry Lawrence. Tries to get a chest touch forward, but too heavy. That's what you like to see, though. Henry Lawrence every now and again breaking forward on the attacking end. So far has been a bit of a non-factor on the offensive end, but I like to see that work rate for him to get up there. And generally speaking, he's decent when he's on the ball in terms of creating space. So far hasn't had an opportunity. He's had an opportunity to do so, but either he would try to take the center and get picked off, or he would take too heavy of a touch. So we'll see if he can change things up. McCormick flicked it over for Pressley and then nodded it back over Finds it back over to McCormick. Nice skill there by McCormick to nutmeg somebody and then play it back to Pressley, who tried to play it to the left, but it was cut off. Terrible clearance by the keeper.
Crazy stuff out there at the moment, and well, we think back to the torrential conditions at the Pirelli Stadium last season. Of course, that was an interesting afternoon. Both sides are getting on the score sheet within a minute of each other for a 1-1 draw. Parity still the situation at the moment. But,
Shaughnessy is going to come forward actually after intercepting a ball that was bouncing. Now it's played forward to Akins on the left side, defended by Hennigan. Left side, I think that was Chapman making the run, but that was a really, really good slide tackle there by Che Alexander to come and cut it off. Yeah, Che Alexander, he saw that overlapping run from a mile away and was able to dispossess Chapman. But, yeah, I'm actually a bit behind here. Don't mind me. I wanted to see what happened there. So Akins threw it in. Chapman was waiting there. Obviously no offsides on a throw, and he was right on the touchline, but defended and seen away there by... I shouldn't say seen away because Hennigan got a touch to it. If you say seen away, that means you're shielding someone and the ball just rolls out. Corner kick here for Burton Albion. Floater, back post. Oh, Shilaja gets a touch. Back heel attempt. But it was blocked and now cleared away for Luke McCormick to break, perhaps. Oh. Johnny Smith on the defensive end actually was able to dispossess Luke McCormick. Some 1-2 touch football among the back line here from AFC Wimbledon, knocking around with Zanev, with Nightingale. Out to Hennigan. He's going to be playing forward, yeah, as usual. Yeah, easily cleared away by Shaughnessy, but header won by Alexander. Both sides winning headers. Falls to the feet of Hardigan here. Hardigan, oh, with a bit of a rough second touch there, and it almost fell away from him, and Lakin was there on the pressure, but luckily Hardigan got a quick touch over to Hennigan. Oh, nice ball there from Woodyard with a run being made by McCormick on the left. First time cross cleared away by Leak to the left-hand side. Once again sees Redoni, Lawrence. That was a wayward cross there by Lawrence. Pressley was around the top of the 6, but that cross was not even close. My dog is I don't know why, but my dog just likes butt spanks. I have no idea why, but she does. My one of my good friends who tends to make things sexual every now and again. She was saying how like my dog likes. No, I was saying how. Okay, no, she said that my dog likes BDSM, and I was like, wait, no. Maybe in a past life, if you believe in reincarnation, maybe in a past life, my dog used to be a sex addict or something. I don't know. It's weird, but she's getting old. She's like 13. Maybe if she comes around, I'll point my camera to her. But yeah, she's getting old. She used to be very spry back in the day, but yeah, all she does is eat and sleep and go outside. So that being said, back to the commentary. Doncaster, yeah, MK Dons equalized. It was only a matter of time, really. I think MK Dons have had a goal in every one of their fixtures so far, if I'm not mistaken. Looks to me like it is. Yeah, they have scored in every outing so far. They're really good on the offensive end, I gotta admit. Free kick for Burton here, easily headed away. Maybe not easily. Hennigan and Che Alexander went for the same header. Actually, a little bit of miscommunication. Bounced off the right side of Alexander's head over for a throw-in. Long throw attempt here. Headed away by Woodyard. Back over to Morris. Yeah. Way over everyone's head.
No chance whatsoever for Harry Chapman to keep that one in play on this near side. And behind it goes. Goal kick to the Dons, taken by Nick Zanev.
Keep attacking intent from both sides, but still the weather playing a part as we approach.
For those of you just coming in, I saw 4 viewers and all of a sudden 7. For those of you that are just coming in here, 0-0. AFC Wimbledon, I feel like, are dominating proceedings for the most part. Ooh. I missed out, actually. I saw... So, Alexander played a ball forward intended for a Sal, but then Pressley was able to get on the end of that one. And he tried to get a chest down and got brought down, so... It's going to be... Oh, it's actually going to be a foul against Pressley. I think he was too overcommitted a little bit on the physicality sense and didn't get brought down. Rather, he fell over on his own accord trying to shrug someone off the ball there. So that's what you like to see, though. The service has been there for AFC Wimbledon for Pressley, something that we've lacked in previous games. Hardigan steers it high and forward. Nice header down one by Pressley, but Ayuba Sal, damn, he had some space ahead of him, but then his second touch was a poor one, and then he kind of got caught over as the defender was able to track back and pick him off, as that second touch that he took was too short, and he had to look back to try to drag the ball back across his foot and back towards his front side, but before he was able to do that, got picked off there by Burton Albion. Now it's a throw in for Burton Albion. I could just say Burton, honestly. Ball lumped forward here. Won by Leak pretty easily. Ooh, sorry if my commentary is a bit dry as of late. But okay, O'Connor takes the throw, easily won by JaggyDons. Headers won by Leak and Oshilaja before Woodyard wins a header of his own. Woodyard's going to create some space looking for that through ball. Woodyard has been very good on both sides of the ball so far. These people called me yesterday. What do they want? I'll call them back. Hennigan tries to play it forward to Pressley, but it gets cut off by Leak. Leak tries to play a ball forward to Akins. Both teams playing fairly direct in these last 2 minutes or so. Nightingale, nicely done there. Off the pressure from Akins. Takes a touch behind. Oh, miscommunication between Woodyard and Zanev there. As yeah, Nightingale played it in between them, and they both hesitated. Who? Okay. I think Zanev has to take initiative and go forward because, Woodyard has his back towards, or back away from the play, and he doesn't know where things or where proceedings are. He doesn't know whether there's someone pressuring. So Zanev in the end just gets a clearance away before Akins gets a touch.
In the end, not be able to do anything with it at all. But certainly credit to Burton for the way they chase you down and never allow you that basic kind of room for manoeuvre, so to speak.
It's kind of, I suppose, it's, you know, which side kind of masters the conditions out there this afternoon, not just the rain but the wind as well. You wouldn't want to play their passing football, their quick one-touch football and move the ball quickly. But it's very difficult on this surface, and then when you knock it in the air as well, it gets held up in play as well, leads to mistakes too. So mastering the conditions, I think, may be key this afternoon.
No, indeed, it is.
Ball lumped forward here. Okay.
I think these plans for a 2-disc commemorative DVD of this match may well be put on hold.
It's near the top of my Christmas list. Damn it.
I want to take a look at what's going on around.
I'm sorry. 3 minutes to go.
Okay, hold on. Waiting for Zanev. I was looking up EFL Championship results because I do follow that a little bit as well.
Straight through to Ben Garrett. Still the Dons 0, Burton 0.
Bro, Derby County are an absolute shambles, man. It's just, I don't know, it's been ownership issues or something. Oof. Burton Albion knocking around a little bit with Lakin dropping deep, and he tried to feed
Former strikers who become managers, I think,
Chapman on that right-hand side.
there's a missed opportunities to set up chances.
Physicality battle between Woodyard and Oshilaja. In the end, won by Woodyard as he draws the foul on top of Hamer. Yeah, he won the ball from Oshilaja in the end, and then Hamer committed the foul on top of Woodyard. Nicely done there by Woodyard. Just getting stuck in, and that's something that Woodyard does very well. A good chunk of the time is getting stuck into the tackle, and once he does get stuck in, he's able to play it out of pressure or just hold the ball up and commit the foul, or draw the foul rather. Pressley puts the pressure on Oshilaja there, as Oshilaja barely nicks off his head, but still in possession of Burton here with O'Connor on the left. Just knocking around here, Burton Albion are. Ooh, off the ball pressure here from Luke McCormick. Forces it all the way back to the goalkeeper. Is that Smith on the left? Yeah. Smith is back over on the left now. He went from left to right to left. Ooh, ball played to the right-hand side here. Redoni, midfield area. Now they're knocking in amongst their center defensive mids here. Woodyard on the ball. Lawrence, he can create some space, but a lot of pressure being put on by Hamer there. Or rather, that was Chapman. Chapman's on the right now, and Smith is on the left. That was actually really good work by Chapman, because, Lawrence could have turned out and created some space there. Now on the right-hand side, Alexander tries to feed Redoni, but way too far ahead of him, as that little chip pass over was too far. Well, that was a terrible goal kick. Almost out for a throw-in, but it was saved by Hamer. It's going to be a throw-in in the end anyway, as a couple headers won by Burton. In the end, one was wayward out for a throw-in. Oh. Lawrence's pass deflected down the center, and Anthony Hardigan gets a slide tackle, and very important, as Burton could have broken there had they gotten possession of the ball. Ooh, Hardigan ball over the top, intended for a Sal, easily shrugged off by O'Connor, but it was an offside anyway. Honestly, I like the way AFC Wimbledon have played this half, but I don't want to jump the gun too much because lately they've had a bit of a pattern of playing decent in the first half and then just letting it slip in the second. But this is good positive football so far. I think Pressley's being involved in the play a lot more. You know, I gave him a lot of stick in previous games, but at the same time, he hasn't had enough service. So I think he really thrives off of service, off of volume. Even though he may not be the best player in terms of creating his own chance, I think, you know, giving him that volume will allow him to really, you know, see as much of. I'm trying to think of a way to express it, but we're gonna reap the benefits of Aaron Pressley if we keep feeding him in the air mainly. Oh, Burton playing some really good football here, knocking around. Oh, no, clearance not fully away. Lakin. That was very, very close, actually. They still have it. Lakin still at the top of the box, and that's a really hard challenge right there on top of Anthony Hardigan by, I think that was Morris, but that was, oh man, I got to go back and just re-commentate that. It was a long ball intended by, it was cut out though. It was a switch of the play intended by Hennigan all the way to Lawrence, but it was cut out by Hamer, and then Hamer went forward on the attack and played Lakin down the center, and Lakin played it back over. And then the cross was down the 6 and not fully cleared by Hennigan. Lakin found himself on there, and a slide tackle there by J. Alexander throwing himself in the way of the shot that was coming in from the 7-yard area by Lakin. That was scary. I mean, Lakin and Hamer knocking around, you know, one pass forward, another pass forward, cross down the 6, not fully clear by Hennigan. So that was a very scary situation there. Luckily, AFC Wimbledon come away with that. That was Burton's only real clean-cut chance of the game. And AFC Wimbledon creating a couple of decent chances of their own. Good long ball played forward by Hennigan around the 20th minute for Pressley. And Pressley, his knockdown bounced off his knee. Had that not happened, could have found maybe a far post shot on the second touch perhaps. And then Asal McCormick Pressley, Asal McCormick Woodyard combining pretty well amongst each other. And I feel like we're playing a little bit more direct in terms of attacking our defenders 1v1 and putting a cross into the box. We haven't done that very frequently, but we've been doing it more often than last game. And I feel like the football is very positive right now. Woodyard on the defensive end is an absolute godsend in terms of winning tackles and then getting stuck in, and also, you know, playing a good ball on the other end. But we'll see going forward the second half. I'm not going to really dilly-dally too much, as I do want to get some food in my system. So good football being played by AFC Wimbledon so far in the half. Pressley being involved a lot more, and we'll see what happens going forward. I will be back. Yo, what's up, boys? Hope I'm not too late to the party. No, I'm not too late. Okay, we're chilling. We're chilling. Okay. I had to take my dog out like really fucking fast. But looks to me like I'm A-okay. Alright. So now that I'm at it, let's check some results around the league. Well, first off, let me check the stats. Because I don't think, for what I know, they didn't really get any chances off AFC Wimbledon. Yeah, they only one shot, 0 on target. They created a couple of... I mean, they had a couple opportunities to create a shot, but they never got one on target. 62% possession for the Dons and 38% for Burton. Obviously, possession can only tell you so much. Burton Albion's only shot on target so far was... sorry. It was when what was it? Lakin, I think his name was. Lakin, yeah, when he found himself at the top of the 18 after a ball in from Chapman. Stop it. Lay down. Lay down. Oh, I might as well show you my dog. I said I would show you guys my dog at some point. She's an old lady. Here she is. I got food next to me, so... Oh, might as well show you my setup, too. There's my PC. Keyboard. Computer. It's under there somewhere. That's right here. You can hardly see it, but... Yeah. It's my setup. And I have a couple of drinks here that, like, I'm covering, because, like... My dog's really hairy, and, like, hair flies all over the place, so, like, I have that so that I don't get hair inside the drink. I don't know, it's just a preference of mine. But that's my setup. That's my doggo. Australian Shepherd / Golden Retriever mix. She's 12 years old now, so she's an old lady now. All she does is eat and sleep, but I still love her the same. In terms of results around the league, see if we can get some help here. Plymouth are in second as it stands. I mean, holy crap, they have absolutely killed it. Morecambe's still winning 2-0 over Wickham, I believe, yeah. Bella. Lay down. She's literally standing right next to my food. Bella, lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Lay down. Damn it. My food's right there. Lay down. There, I can't keep my food anywhere else. This is the only place I can keep my food. Lay down. Lay down. And she's pretty obedient. She's not going to eat food, but, like, you never know if I look away for, like, a couple seconds. Unless you want to say. Look at this. This is crazy. Usually when I tell her to lay down, she obeys, but this time she's being a rebellious one. Oh. My food is right there, and she was standing literally right there, like, staring at it. She was staring at it. By the way, that's pepper. Cheese and pepper on top of ham. I know it doesn't look very appetizing on this camera, but basically that's red pepper. Crushed pepper. I like my shit really, really spicy, so. Spicy ham and cheese. I know that's not going to appeal to some of you, but it's good. I like it personally, and got some Parmesan cheese on top, too. Alright, here we go. We're starting up again. Oh, wow. Okay. My bad on that one. I realized I was on studio mode. You guys didn't see my dog. You guys didn't see my food, my setup, or anything. So, this is my setup. Got my food right there. She was standing right there. Unfortunately, I still didn't get to show her, because, of course. Yeah, that's my setup right there. Game's starting up again. Let's pull it back up. As soon as she'll come back outside, I'll show her again. Damn it. I'm sorry about that. I should know better, dude. I've been streaming and stuff for God knows how long now. It's not just this, but with, like, other video games as well, so I should know better. I didn't realize I was on studio mode. That's my bad, boys. Anyway, we're back up and running here. Hopefully no more of those technical difficulties. I'll get the timer set up here. Rodoni gets a cross off. Oh, goes beyond Pressley, far post. Oh, yes, let's go. Let's go. Upside down camera. Oh, let's go. Oh. Wait, I thought that was in. I was trying to fix my camera. Oh, okay. I thought Hardigan blasted it into the bottom corner. Instead, it was 2 yards wide and it hit the outside post that holds up the netting. I thought that was a goal. It reminds me of Chelsea and Man United back in like 2015. I don't remember if it was Rooney or something, but David De Gea was like celebrating, but in reality, Rooney like hit an outside of the or inside of the foot or in swinger. Yeah, inside of the foot in swinger that hit the outside post that was supposed to hold up the netting. I thought that was a goal, but apparently not. Yeah, my bad. I'm setting up the timer now. Wimbledon with possession once again. They dispossessed Burton off of a high press. Woodyard has some options out wide. Plays a Sal. Overlap is Lawrence, but unfortunately doesn't get that pass off crisply enough. He tried to turn around and use his back foot to lay it off, but doesn't get that one off. Oh my god, dude, my camera is not staying put. There we go. I think it should be good now. Fuck. I hate this. I hate this so much. Okay. Apologies for that. We're good now.
Good to see the Dons Academy having a large part in that last move. The likes of Rodoni, Sal and Hartigan contributing to that. All homegrown and very
Rodoni on the right with Alexander on the overlap. Can he get a cross off? He puts it to his left, gets the cross. Not fully clear though. Shaughnessy gets a header away, not fully clear. Henry Lawrence with a shot from the... Oh, okay. Decent effort there from Henry Lawrence with his right foot. He's pretty good with both feet, I believe. But that shot was, I think, 5 yards wide. It was a decent effort though. Just over the bar and 5 yards wide.
3.5 minutes gone then in the second half. And so far, it's been pretty much all Wimbledon, but Burton now looking to try and get back on the attack themselves. Hoisted forward now deep into Don's territory. But it's too far ahead of Harry Chapman. It was Shaughnessy who tried to clip that one high and forward. But behind it goes for another goal kick to the Dons to be taken by Nick Sanev.
good work by the Dons defence as well. All Hennigan, Nightingale and Lawrence all getting over to that side to snuff out any opportunity of Chapman seeing the ball over there.
Ball goes from Zanev on the straight back ball though by the substitute Morris. Now Aikens will fire it away towards the...
Aikens held it up around the midfield. Tried to play a ball to the right-hand side to Lakin. Too heavy, though. Lakin just booted the ball down. After the ball went out, he booted the ball into the billboards that are sitting behind the goal.
Clear in any doubt, it's certainly been quashed today here now. Autumn has very much arrived, Mikey.
Yeah, certainly has.
Attendance is kind of shallow today.
We've now got a 2-week hiatus in which to stock up in our
I just noticed that.
outdoor clothing stores.
Only looks to me like there's like maybe
Dig out the existing ones, I think, that we have, and
6,000-7,000 in attendance right now.
4 weeks until the
Not even that. I think maybe like 5,000.
should be after the away game at Cambridge, of course.
Yeah, it's probably because of the poor recent run of form. But I'm sure we'll get those numbers back up.
There's information. We're a public service broadcaster after all. That's hard.
Hardigan switches the play. Henry Lawrence marauding forward, but unfortunately... Okay. Ayuba Sal, top of the box. He picks off, I think O'Connor. I'm not sure who that was, but gets a shot off and it was blocked.
Clear. I think it came back off Shaughnessy. Now Burton looking to try and fill the attack
It was Smith, actually, on the defensive end.
over towards the left-hand side for them. Chapman
That Ayuba Sal ended up shrugging off to even get the opportunity to score there.
by Jack Rodoni, steering that one confidently back to Nick Sanev.
Still 0-0 as it stands.
Time forward by him up towards Pressley. Nicely flicked
Pressley wins the header
now. Here's McCall.
after Zanev clears it away. Or Zanev Punts it away, rather. Corner kick here. It was a flick on by Pressley. McCormick tried to get a touch over Shaughnessy. Ball deflected off his foot. Now it's going to be off for a corner kick here for Anthony Hardigan to take. We missed this. Hasn't been... I mean, it's been a couple of games since we've seen a set-piece goal from the Dons, but this is where we have gotten, I think, maybe a good 6 or 7 goals so far this season. I don't know if you guys can hear that. They're chanting AFC Wimbledon. Alright, Hardigan to put the ball into the box. Near post. Goes over everyone. Partially cleared. Top of the box here is Sal. Over to Woodyard. He's probably going to chip it in. No, he plays it back over to the right-hand side to Hardigan. Hardigan takes it to his left. Steers it back. Top of the midfield. Back over to Alexander on the right. Lumps a ball into his left foot. Hannigan won that back post. Radoni! Oh. Cleared. Oh, yeah. Was it deflected? I don't know if that's a corner, but Radoni off of a flick from Ben Hannigan. Left-footed cross around the other side of the 18-yard box, and Hannigan flicks it forward. Kind of a header through ball intended for Radoni. Right place, right time as he made that run off the ball, but then the slide tackle from Leak put him off, and Radoni blasted it over the bar because of that slide tackle. I think had Leak not, made his presence known there, Radoni probably would have hit that on frame, but Radoni hit that one like probably a good seven yards over the bar. Oh, man. Good opportunity there for AFC Wimbledon to capitalize. Akins is shrugging off right now, or holding the ball up, but doesn't hold the ball up enough. Oof. Pressley trying to hold it up, but header is one. Oshilaja tries to play a ball over the top to Smith. Nothing doing though. Him and Smith not on the same page. Cleared away. I think aside from Pressley, not very many of us are winning the aerial duels in the midfield. O'Connor here, pressure from McCormick, and Pressley forces it to Che Alexander, but Che Alexander's first touch is poor. Nicely done by Hardigan to try to pick off. Oof. Throw in here for Burton Albion for O'Connor to take.
Yeah, much better from Wimbledon. Certainly the first 10 minutes of this second half than perhaps the whole of the first half. Not only mastering the conditions, but also the way that Burton play as well. They came away, Burton, as you say, last time here with a victory. And this time Wimbledon trying to get on top of their tactics and how they're going to go about this game. Wimbledon playing the better football in the opening 10 minutes of this second half.
I would agree. For opening 10 minutes of the first half, opening 10 minutes of the second half, I've been all Wimbledon. The second half of the... poor giveaway here by Burton Albion. Now Pressley, top of the 18. Can he find someone? He's going to lay off Alex Woodyard on the left. Has Henry Lawrence at the top of the box. Instead puts it in the box over the head of a Sal. And Radoni not able to get there quick enough. He's good with 1v1s, but he doesn't have that, sprint speed pace. And he wasn't able to get to that one in time. Jack Radoni. A little bit disappointing that chance led to nothing there, as it was a wayward pass initially by... I'm trying to see who that was. I'm rewinding to see who gave it away for Burton Albion, because that was a terrible giveaway. It was Shaughnessy. Yeah, that was a terrible pass. It intended to switch the play, but didn't get enough purchase on that one. And Pressley, his only option... I mean, he had a couple options, but he decided to play a Woodyard on the left. Another giveaway here from Burton, this time again from Shaughnessy, a forced pass down the center, but this time he recollects the ball after a poor first touch from Hardigan, I think. Damn it, Oshilaja. Stop cheating.
56 minutes gone then at the Cherry Red Redwood Stadium. Dons 0,
Excuse me. Asal coming forward, takes a couple heavy touches behind Oshilaja, but Oshilaja recovers in the last minute. Gets a touch off and is able to steer it out for a throw and bounces off of Asal, actually. I thought Asal had the beating of Oshilaja there. Lakin with a couple of touches down top of the box, but Nightingale gets that one clear. Dispossesses him, then clears his lines. Oof. Luke McCormick with good pressure. He actually anticipated the short pass and ran in that direction, but the keeper just kept it within his feet and cleared his lines. Oof. Good tackle there by Shane McLaughlin. Woodyard splits two defenders with a pass over to Hardigan. Hardigan gets over to Pressley on the hold-up. Hold-up is successful as he finds Redoni at the midfield, top of the midfield. Switches it over to Lawrence. Nicely done there by Sal. Takes it to his right. Back over to Woodyard. Has time for a shot. Gets the shot off. Blocked. Alexander on the right. Ooh, it's a good tackle there by Chapman. Some positive football being played here by AFC Wimbledon. It was good work by initially by Woodyard to split two defenders with a pass, and then Hardigan was able to get it over to the right hand side. Eventually to Che Alexander, who gets the cross off and was blocked. All right, another corner kick here for AFC Wimbledon, hopefully to capitalize on this time around. Back post. A foul on top of, it was either Redoni or Nightingale who ended up winning that header. Header went straight down to the ground. Keeper collected anyway, but the referee blew the whistle before that header was made. Really? Charlie Lakin coming off. Fairly interesting. I thought Lakin was very good in terms of off-the-ball runs. So Kane Hemmings is going to come on. I think Kane Hemmings is one of their leading goal scorers. Yeah. Very tall individual. Not as physically imposing as someone like Akins, but I mean, he can win a couple of headers. He can create some space for a shot. So I think Hemmings and Akins are two very well-rounded individuals in different aspects, if that makes sense. Well, they're both well-rounded, but Akins is a little more physical. Hemmings is a little bit, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, plenty of space here for McCormick to take, actually, on the left-hand side. Defended, it was defended well by Morris as he forces McCormick back over to play it to Hardigan. And now we see a Sal on the left, overlapping run from Lawrence. Instead, Sal takes it on himself, square to McCormick. McCormick tries to play a through ball back to Sal, still on the ball. Oof. Woodyard, too casual on the ball. Chapman dispossesses him, but nicely done there by Ben Hennigan to get back in position and prevent the through ball, square through ball down the 18 from Hemmings. But Hemmings still on the ball here, lays it off. Akins. Chapman switches the play to Smith, left-footed. He is a left-footer. Gets it back over, though, to Leak. Or that was Morris, not Leak. On the other side now, well defended by Alexander. Yeah, it was a poor giveaway by Alex Woodyard. Every once in a while he does that, where he's too casual on the ball. And it was that off-the-ball pressure by Chapman. He tried to play a ball into to Kane Hemmings first time after dispossessing him, but luckily it was Ben Hennigan positioning himself well. Long throw here from Burton Albion to take. Burton, I feel like consistently, despite not dominating the possession stat, they have that potential to, be dangerous on the counter. And every now and again, we have given up that counter attack. But half the time, it ends up petering out because of Wimbledon, recovering very well. But we don't want to give away those counter attacks in the first place, to begin with. A wayward pass from Ben Hennigan in the first half, allowing Hamer to get up forward, and then now Woodyard giving the ball away there, allowing Chapman to break. Initially, the Chapman decided to pass it instead of taking it on himself. Nicely collected by Zanov on the back post as it was a floater. Zanov gets a really long throw, just a little bit too... Okay, nicely shrugged off there by Ayuba Sal. He's going to take on Akins. Overlap, Pressley to his right. Pressley! 4 yards over the bar there by Pressley on the overlap as he took it to his right foot. Decent effort there. So initially that long throw by Zana was it was just a little bit too short, and Asal had to hold his run, and then he took a heavy touch and ended up getting the shoulder off. I don't know who he actually shrugged off there in the end. I'm going back to look at it. Oh yeah, it was Chapman. He ended up running over, completely shrugging him off the ball there, and allowing that chance to continue, allowing the play to advance. So nicely done there by Asal. Again, he's only 5'6", and he's very deceivingly physically imposing. Akins on the left now, defended by Hennigan. Hennigan goes down to his knees to block that one, and it's going to go out for the corner kick here. Ayuba Sal, man. Ayuba Sal he's really grown on me. What's the term for it? Yeah, he's grown on me. It's not that I've ever disliked the Sal, but when he first started for AFC Wimbledon, I'm like, Ayuba Sal, I wonder how he's going to do. I mean, I don't know how he is, because AFC Wimbledon in the past have had more physically imposing players, but Sal just really creates that off-the-ball run, that dynamic from off-the-ball runs, and stringing together a couple good passes every now and again. That corner kick was a poor one, by the way, from Burton, but they find themselves on the ball again here with Chapman. Yeah, it's a foul created by Chapman there. Asal was back to defend, but Asal commits the foul. Yeah, just stuck his leg out as Chapman tried to bring it down the line. Oh, really? Chapman was the one that scored against AFC... Wait, Chapman, I guess, maybe on loan to Burton, perhaps? Or he was on loan to Shrewsbury, and now he's back to his old club. I would have to look that up afterwards. Anyway, free kick here for... Looks to me like it's going to be Shaughnessy to take with his left foot, the center back. Either that or Chapman with his right foot. Chapman, right foot. Oh, that's a really good ball, but cleared away by Hennigan. Morris tries to play an incisive through ball, but cut out by Redoni. Oh, what was that? I cannot believe it. I actually cannot believe it. Anthony Hardigan. Anthony Hardigan tried to play a back pass to the goalkeeper. It was intercepted, and it was finished far post. Yeah, Nick Zanev was a good, 7-8 yards off his line because he was trying to receive a potential back pass, but the back pass was an absolute poor one. Kane Hemmings, to be fair, did read that one and went out to cut out the line of fire. And it's going to be a finish here for Burton Albion to take. Kane Hemmings just has that knack to cut off that back pass and takes one touch, far post, easy slot, 1-0 Burton, very preventable. And as much as I like Anthony Hardigan and Alex Woodyard, every now and again they can be pretty sketchy when they're on the ball in terms of just being too casual. In that case, there was a little bit of pressure being put on Hardigan, so his first instinct was to try to play that back pass on the first time around, and cut out easily by Kane Hemmings, and it's going to be a goal here for Burton Albion. Rough.
The Charlton legend paying dividends, and Kane Hemmings
Fuck, man. That's very preventable.
emphatically into the lead, but really an opportunity that should never have been presented to them.
I mean, I'm going to defend Hardigan in that situation. Again, he had a little bit of pressure put on him there, and he felt like the first best option was to play Nick Zanev, because Nick Zanev was opening himself up to receive that. But, I mean, first, the pass wasn't put with enough power, and second, Kane Hemmings, it was too predictable. Kane Hemmings just put himself in the way. He put himself in the line of fire and was able to intercept.
Hayman now over on the far side into Chapman.
One-touch football being played by Burton Albion here.
Donzo will intercept Woodyard back on defensive duty, goes down under challenge, but Burton will come away with it, and in the end it's behind for a goal kick.
Disappointing. I don't know, man. I don't know how that's possible. Oh, man. It just goes to show you that possession can only mean so much, right? If you dominate in the possession but don't create the chances, you're not going to score. Yeah, Wimbledon could have had one on the board at the very least. Rodoni missing a decent chance in the first half. And then Pressley missing a good opportunity as well 10 minutes before that goal was scored. Ball played over the top by Yubasal. Trying to beat Shaughnessy, shrugs him off. How is that a foul? Oh, it's offside. Never mind. He actually shrugged off Shaughnessy as Shaughnessy tried to get his body in the way there, and instead it was deemed an offside. I think Asal grabbed the ball, threw it down in frustration, thought it was a foul call, but it was an offside in the end.
Ultimately choosing not to. It's a free kick to Burton in any event.
Wait, was it a free kick or offside?
Bearing in mind this is his goal. As Sal now plows forward into the penalty area and is
No?
Of course, the young side as well. This is the character, and they step up here.
No, it was offside.
Conditions, trailing by a goal.
Yeah, it was offside, okay. The way the referee blew the whistle, it made it seem like he was calling a foul, but it was actually offside.
No card shown there.
Kane Hemmings on the hold-up here, easily seen away by Ben Hennigan as he put the pressure on. Throw in here for Wimbledon now.
Kane Hemmings.
I think if we were to see a substitute, I would say put McCormick out wide, perhaps, and have Chislett come on as an attacking mid. I think Rodoni has been a bit of a non-factor so far this game. Okay. Woodyard has some space here. He's going to play Rodoni on that right. Takes it to his left. Decent long shot deflected off. Now out for a corner. Come on, you Dons. Come on. I don't want to lose 4 in a row. That's for sure.
Needing something as soon as possible to try and recover from the real hammer blow of Kane Hemmings giving Burton the lead.
Are there some good results around the league right now? Yeah, Cambridge and Cheltenham losing. So at the very least, if AFC Wimbledon lose this game, they're not going to go tumbling down these standings at least. Hardigan going to play a ball in here. Headed away, back to the top of the box.
Woodyard will steer it back towards Hardigan, or at least try to. On this
Woodyard tried to play Hardigan again, but the ball was way too far ahead of Hardigan. And you expect someone with the quality of Woodyard, with quality on the ball, to play an accurate pass, but good 5 yards ahead of Hardigan there. Yeah, no, definitely not good. Oh, man. Absolutely, we better wake up. I mean, we're not playing bad football at all. In fact, we're actually playing good quality on the ball. We're just struggling to find that. We're struggling to create space for a shot. Yeah.
again, not for the first time, just maybe taking his eye off the ball and not concentrating. Of course, that led to Oxford taking the lead. Of course, here.
And every now and again, when we do find ourselves in the top of the 18 with a chance to put it away, the quality hasn't been there. Clinicality hasn't been there with first half ball play over the top from Hennigan. Pressley tried to take a touch with his head as it did come off of him, but then it bounced off his knee. And then Rodoni blasting a shot over the bar. To be fair, some pressure being put on by the center back. Okay, Rodoni, heavy touch down the right. Let's see if he can put a cross in. Yeah, that was well defended initially. Initially by Morris as he got over to cut off the cross attempt, and Rodoni tried to take it back to his left and back to his right, but then Morris took a touch and then it bounced off of Rodoni out for a goal kick. Ay, ay, ay. Ay, Dios mío. Que lástima. That means what a shame in Spanish. Yeah, I would like to see Ethan Chislett come on, actually. I think him coming off for fresh legs. Also, Depa Mebude, too, can come on. I feel, in terms of having someone that could really take someone on and take a heavy touch around a defender. I think Rodoni should come off, to be fair. Whether it's going to be Mebude or Chislett, we'll see. Then again, I did say Rodoni should come off against, was it Ipswich Town? I think it was against Ipswich, and then he put a goal. He actually scored a goal in the end. Shaughnessy intended for Akins, but the header from Akins was straight up and in the air, easily collected by Nikola Zanev. Zanev rolls it out to Hardigan, back to Zanev. Interesting. Clearance there. Pressley wins the knockdown, but unfortunately it was Hamer that got to the end of that. Hemmings wins the header, tries to play Smith, I think. Ooh, Alexander with the good ball over to McCormick. Offside, though. Damn. Crowd doesn't like that at all. But, I mean, the assistant ref has a better view of that than we do, so.
Still time in this game yet, but Wimbledon, as we've seen at times as well, from the likes of David Sowell and Jack Rodoni, just need that little bit of composure as well. Certainly Luke McCormack in the build-up to this game was talking about putting up a lot of energy in this match as well, and he needs to in this game against a physically fit Burton side. He's shown that down the flank, so too Rodoni as well, but at the moment...
Long ball intended for Hemmings. A couple headers won by both sides. Cleared away by Hardigan, but not fully clear. O'Connor is going to win it. Oh, Akins actually trips as he tried to receive the ball. Alexander clears his lines. Pressley coming back. Nicely done by Pressley to win that one. Using the outside of his foot to win the knockdown. Now over to McCormick. Overlapping run by Rodoni. McCormick takes it himself. Splits two defenders. Not quite, though, as O'Connor picks it off. Tries to split both O'Connor and Oshilaja. Is Zanev going to throw this one in? Zanev saw it. I thought Zanev could have thrown it in. But instead it's going to be... Hennigan. Yeah, that wouldn't be smart for the goalkeeper to throw it in, but Zanev saw it all the way down, and I thought he was going to quickly throw it into somebody just to advance the play, but... Unfortunately, we didn't see that. No, that's like one of those rare occurrences that you'd never see. A goalkeeper taking a throw in. I digress, though. Pressley nods it down for McCormick on the right. McCormick pressured by 3 Burton players. Dispossessed. Hemmings now. Easily dispossessed by Hennigan. Jesse Guinness Walker looking to come in. Oh yeah, I noticed that. Whenever the commentary team starts to project their voice a little bit more with certain plays, their audio cuts out. I actually noticed that, but I didn't say anything. Anyway, Smith on the right-hand side plays Hamer, forced out by Will Nightingale all the way back to Oshilaja. Oshilaja tries to take it himself, but slid in by, or Ayub Asal slid in to cut that one off. Got caught up with my commentary there. They do have a long throw here. Hamer's going to take this one. I think in one of the throw-in attempts, we saw a counter-attack from AFC Wimbledon on the other end. In the first half. Headed high and forward. Hennigan winning a header. Shaughnessy winning a header. Back to Hennigan. Cleared away by Rodoni. If only Piggott stayed, I know. To be fair, I mean, Pressley has had a pretty decent game in terms of winning the knockdowns and providing him with service, but, you know, just having Pressley and Ollie Palmer, we don't really have too diverse of a striking skill set. It's just, you know, mainly target men. If we could have Mebude playing up top, honestly, I think that could work. Mebude is going to be coming on, actually, for Rodoni, as I suspected. Nesta Guinness-Walker will also come in. I don't know who he came in for, though. I didn't pay attention to that specifically.
Mebude, of course, fresh from that very well taken goal last Saturday at the Montgomery Waters Meadow to give the Dons the lead at Shrewsbury, a lead which, of course, lasted all of 8 minutes. As Alexander now will take the throw for the Dons inside his own half.
Okay. So what's got to change here on the offensive end? I mean, they've been possessing it pretty well, but I feel like, yeah, Rodoni has been a non-factor. I think the overlaps are good. Every now and again we see an overlap from the likes of Alexander or Lawrence, but we're not playing that overlap enough. And then Henry Lawrence has been, you know, for the past few games has been really, really solid on the ball, but Henry Lawrence hasn't created a single chance for himself so far this game. I think he's been a bit disappointing. But yeah, I think it's just the striking depth that's really the issue. I mean, if only we could play two up top. We have another quality striker to back up Aaron Pressley with Ollie Palmer out right now. It's just not working out. Hamer headed back towards goal by Che Alexander to get that one clear. Obviously not clear enough. It's going to be a corner kick. Aye. I think, yeah, Henry Lawrence needs to push up more. I feel like last 15 or 20 minutes, we haven't really seen Henry Lawrence on the attack that much. I feel like that's where he really thrives at times, is, you know, being a diverse outside back / midfielder, just up and down the pitch. Haven't really seen him that much. I think, was he the one that came off? I got to pay more close attention. The header was won by Shaughnessy, but not enough on that one, as it was way wide of the frame. Can confirm that was Henry Lawrence coming off, and it is Guinness-Walker actually that replaced him. I knew he came on, I just didn't know who he came on for. Anyway, Guinness-Walker cuts it off away from Smith. It was a 50-50 off of a header. Guinness-Walker on the ball here, going to play it long over to McCormick. He has plenty of space down this left-hand side. He has Asal at the top of the box. Maybe he could find him. Cross comes in. Woodyard tries to knot it down to Asal. Ooh. Hardigan came sprinting forward to try to intercept after Woodyard tried to knot it down and went behind Asal and then it bounced off of Hardigan's foot back over to the left-hand side of McCormick, and McCormick's cross afterwards was blocked. So positive play here from Wimbledon. A bit of a fortunate deflection off of Hardigan to give Wimbledon a second opportunity there with McCormick, but here we go. That was a good off-the-ball run there by McCormick. Good ball by Nessa Guinness Walker over the top. Hardigan to take. Top of the 6, cleared away. Guinness Walker gets it back over. First time cross. Dangerous one. Oh! Aaron Pressley went, or it was actually Luke McCormick that went up on the to challenge the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper went down a little too easy there, but obviously, you know, the referee is going to be biased towards the goalkeepers as usual if they go to ground. It was a dangerous ball in by Anthony Hardigan that was shin height, and it was intended to be cleared away by Shaughnessy straight up in the air. Goalkeeper contested for it. Actually, looking back on it, it was a foul. It wasn't a lot on it, but it was enough. I think McCormick tried to go up for the header, got a little bit of an arm in there, and I think tilted the balance, the equilibrium of the goalkeeper, and he fell to ground there. As a goalkeeper, though, you're expected to just bring your knee up, but I think that was right before he was trying to bring his knee up. He got shoved a little bit, so yeah, I think that's a foul in the end, looking back at it. Pressley on the hold-up here from Woodyard. Gets it all the way back to Nightingale. Nightingale switches the play. Off the ball run, perhaps? Just a little bit too far ahead of Asal there, who made the off the ball run. Ugh. Needless to say, if they lose this game, I think almost any... I think them getting top 7, I'm pretty sure it's like 95% chance that they're not going to make it, but they're still very much in contention to finish mid-table. Hennigan gets it forward. Yeah, this will be the second game in a row where we don't score. Anyway, Nessa Guinness Walker to McCormick. Mebude now on the ball. Center to Hardigan. Take a heavy touch, Guinness Walker. Come on, left-hand side. First time cross instead. McCormick's header was blocked. Pressley, top of the box. Turns! Shot was deflected. Collected by the keeper. Mebude, yeah, it was a good attempt there by Mebude, playing it square to Alexander, and Alexander's shot was blocked. Pressley took a touch, tried to get a shot towards the far post, deflected, and easily collected by the goalkeeper as the shot was fizzled due to that deflection. That's a wayward punt, easily seen out for a throw-in around the midfield area for Wimbledon. 5 minutes remaining here for Wimbledon. Pressley here. Oh, Pressley takes it down the right. He draws the foul there from Deji Oshilaja. I think Oshilaja tried to get on the other side of him. He started off on the right, tried to get on the left, but caught Presley's feet. And Pressley goes down to ground. Free kick here for AFC Wimbledon. There we go. I was talking about how Aaron Pressley kind of struggles to create his own chance. Took it upon himself down the right because he saw some space. Took it upon himself and drew the foul. I think Presley's starting to find his way here. I think this game the volume has been there certainly, but also the quality from Pressley on the ball has been better too. He's doing a better job too of looking over his shoulder, looking at his options, and instead of taking 2-3 touches after receiving the ball away from goal, takes one touch, lays it off, or takes one touch toward down parallel towards the goal and tries to get a shot off. So that's good positive play from Pressley. This is definitely Anthony Hardigan territory in terms of playing a ball into the box. In between the 18-yard line and the touch line. Back post, good ball. Cleared away, though. Woodyard. Oof. Woodyard tries to float it back in. Corner kick, all right. Yeah, he tried to float it back in for Pressley, and I think that was Smith that was trying to contest for the header. Just gets it a flick off, and now it's going to be another corner here. As it stands, AFC Wimbledon 14th in the table. Burton in 8th. Yeah, the Dons fans are really making their voices heard here. Back post, intended for Hennigan, bounces off his head after a deflected header from the defender. Guinness Walker switches the play over to Woodyard. Gets to his left. Header not fully clear. McCormick tries to volley it. Deflected. Cleared. First touch let Mebude down after it was about knee height, and he tried to get his foot up and control it, but it went past his foot there on that left-hand side. Damn. There's no way. Maybe like a couple of fans leaving already. That's not what you want to see. Not too many of the fans are leaving, just like a select few. Okay, Ayuba Sal on the right here. Defended by Shaughnessy. Or O'Connor, rather. Chislett coming on? Come on, why didn't he come on earlier? It's the 89th minute, damn it. Rodoni already came off earlier for Mebude, but Chislett is now going to come on here as a last-minute substitute. Alexander with the long throw here. Hennigan tried to flick it over, and it went all the way to Mebude, but Mabude's shot was blocked. Alexander whips the ball in. Good ball. Pressley. McCormick! Yes! Come on! It was a ball played in. Top of the 6. Flick on by Pressley. Back post. McCormick laced it. Back post. Roof of the net. That is what you like to see from McCormick. Clinical when he gets a chance. McCormick throughout the season has made good off-the-ball runs, but he hasn't had very many opportunities to put the ball into the back of the net. And when you give him that opportunity, he will take it. AFC Wimbledon, equalize 1-1, baby. Audio is still cutting out for iFollow, unfortunately, but get in there, boys. Great ball by Alexander. That is an absolutely picture-perfect ball, and Aaron Pressley wins the initial header towards the back post. That is the type of... That is what Aaron Pressley brings to the table. If you give him the service, he will provide. And that's a perfect example. Anyway, on the left-hand side here now, Akins and Hemmings connecting with each other. Now O'Connor with his left foot puts a ball into the box all the way to the back post. Hamer heads it back down. Back to Hamer. He has space for a shot, but brilliant defending there by Will Nightingale there to cut it off. Wait, that's a goal kick? Oh, okay, it was just a wayward shot. Okay, way over the bar there. That was kind of sketchy, though, because Hamer had a bit of space to take the shot on. Come on. There we go. All right, here we go. Ethan Chislett coming on. All right, Ethan Chislett going to be coming on for Luke McCormick. That's the way to end it off, McCormick. That's the way to finish off the game. Let's go. Near post, roof of the net there from Luke McCormick. And the ball was bouncing, too. It had to take some real composure, and it had to take, hitting the sweet spot on the ball to really get something out of that. And Luke McCormick passed that test with flying colors. That could have easily been shanked or blasted over the bar, considering that ball was that it took it on the bounce there off of the header from Pressley. Anyway, Hemmings on the left, cross deflected or blocked rather, deflected. It implies that it barely nicked off, but blocked by Hennigan, who's been fairly honestly. I've been very impressed by Ben Hennigan today, or with Ben Hennigan, winning some headers, putting himself in the right areas to cut off some passes and some shots, and Hennigan's been a rock in the back today. Near post corner, intended to be flicked on by O'Connor. Back over to Maddox, the substitute. Smith gets a good ball over. Nope, no foul there. Oshilaja's going to get the ball over to Hamer once again. Hamer has time and space! Jeez Louise, man. Down the 6. I want to see what happened exactly. It was a shot deflected. Number 26 tried to get his foot on it. It was Leak coming up from the center back position, and he got his foot on that, but it bounced off Zan. It bounced back off of Leak and over the bar. Actually, it bounced off Hennigan, so corner kick coming in for Burton, and cleared away. But now they find themselves on the right here with Smith, left-footed cross. He is a lefty after all. It's a good cross, just a little bit too heavy, though. Oh, sketchy stuff here, sketchy stuff. We've been giving Hamer a lot of space on that right-hand side. Both Henry Lawrence and Nesta Guinness-Walker getting caught a little too far forward. And Hamer, that's like the fourth time now that he found so much space on that right-hand side. Was able to generate enough time to drive across down the 6. Anyway, header won by both sides. Dapo Mebude, top of the 18 now. Can he create some space? Maybe take a heavy touch. Yeah, he takes a heavy touch. Tries to get a cross off. Yeah, took a heavy touch towards the goal line there and tried to get the cross off, but it was defended there by Leak, I believe. It could have easily been 2-1 here, but glad to see that it's still 1-1 here. That was a really good opportunity from Burton Albion. Guinness Walker to take the long throw here. Doesn't have as long of a throw as Alexander, I don't think. Yeah, about the same. Headed away there by Akins. Hardigan tries to win that one. Counter-attacking opportunity here with Kane Hemmings. Watch your back, Alexander. Watch your back. Okay. Good recovery there by Hardigan. Guinness Walker with the recovery. Now Hardigan putting the pressure on. He's playing as a striker right now, putting the pressure on. Ball up tied forward, easily won by Alexander and won by Pressley on the knockdown. Mebude, nice turn away from his defender and draws the foul from Oshilaja. It's going to be a yellow card here for Oshilaja. They play quick. Chislett! Oh, that's wide. That's way, way wide from Chislett. He found himself at the top of the 18, tried to curl it back post. Great turn there from Dapo Mebude as he had received the ball on the hold-up, turned away from Oshilaja, got fouled, played quickly by, I think that was Hardigan, over to the left-hand side. Chislett took 2 touches, tried to blast it far post, but way wide and way over the bar there. Wayward effort there from Ethan Chislett, coming on as a substitute in the 89th minute. That's the character shown by the Dons we haven't seen in the past 3 or 4 games. Finally, we have that character once again. That ability to try to lump numbers forward and play positive football instead of knocking it around the back and playing it too casual. They actually take it upon themselves to try to get numbers forward. Of course, the goal came from the goal came from open play. It was a cross from Che Alexander. Really good cross, by the way. That came from a corner that was headed away initially, I believe. So, a draw. Actually, my score prediction was correct. I said 1-1. I didn't say it on stream, but I said it in the stream chat when Graphify asked me what my score prediction was. Thank you for watching Graphify, by the way. Have a new subscriber. He lives just a couple minutes away from Plough Lane. Thank you all for coming along. I'm still going to provide my analysis, post-match analysis, so if you want to stick around for another 10 minutes or so, I'll give a post-match analysis and maybe answer some questions or some comments that you guys have in regards to the game or just anything in general. So I'm going to turn the commentary off. I'm going to have my post-match analysis here. As if, I'm going to take this part of the stream and I'm going to upload this to YouTube. But that being said, whoops. Here we go. Okay. Full-time whistle. Burton Albion 1, AFC Wimbledon 1. And, I got to say AFC Wimbledon played pretty well. I think they dominated a good 80% of that game, with Burton Albion every now and again engaging in the counterattack. And for the most part, Burton Albion were very quality on the ball. They had quality on the ball with their counterattacks, with the likes of Lakin making plenty of runs. He didn't receive the ball too much, so he got substituted for Kane Hemmings, who ended up finding himself on the score sheet actually after he cut off a back pass attempt from Anthony Hartigan. That's definitely rough from Hartigan. To be fair, he received a ball from the outside back at the time, Henry Lawrence. He had his pressure put on his right side, so he instinctually tried to play it back to Zanev. It was a combination of the pass not being put with too much purchase, as well as Kane Hemmings running into the line of fire, predicting that back pass was going to be made. All he had to do was take a touch. Zanev was, 10 yards off his line towards the left after intending to receive the back pass. I don't blame Zanev for that one. So he tried to recover quickly, but Kane Hemmings put it in the back of the net there, far post. Definitely a rough goal to concede from Anthony Hartigan. I think Hartigan overall had a good game, though, in terms of passing, quality on the ball. And him and Woodyard, honestly, were very good defensively. Mainly Woodyard, who did also give away a cheap opportunity there, as he received the ball square from Hartigan, and then he was too casual, got his pocket picked by Chapman. Chapman played, actually he intended to play a first-time ball to Kane Hemmings a minute after Kane Hemmings came in, but it was a very good defending by Ben Hennigan actually to cut off the pass. And I think overall Hennigan had a good game positioning-wise, as well as winning headers, both on the offensive and defensive fronts. So Hennigan with a game-saving interception there off of the pass from Chapman, down the 18-yard box intended for Kane Hemmings as he just came on. And then Will Nightingale with a game-saving tackle, as well as around the 80th minute or so, there was a counter-attacking opportunity with Hamer on that right-hand side, who, by the way, found plenty of space on that side every now and again. The likes of Lawrence and Nesigadis Walker failed to cut him off at times or got caught too far forward, but Hamer made the run, and he tried to take a touch towards the center, but Nightingale he put the cross in down the 6, but Nightingale stuck his foot out and deflected the cross. But just 5 minutes later, actually Hamer found himself on that side again, played a ball down the 6 after AFC Wimbledon scored their equalizer, and I think that was Leak coming off from the center back position, stuck his foot out and got his contact on the ball, bounced off Zanev, bounced off Leak, and went over the bar. So Burton Albion could have easily scored a second goal after AFC Wimbledon scored their equalizing goal. So at times in the back, sketchy, especially on that right-hand side, giving plenty of space to Smith, as well as getting caught too far forward. Henry Lawrence was fairly disappointing today. I felt like when he was on the ball, got his pocket picked a couple of times. When he tried to take it to the center, got picked off by Chapman in one instance. And another instance, I think, when he was on the wide area, just not dangerous enough on that 1v1. He did find himself making those overlapping runs a couple of times, but we didn't really play the overlap too much today. To the outside backs, when the outside backs would come forward, we did play a couple of overlapping passes to McCormick, who hooked out wide, to a Sal, who made a couple overlapping runs. And I think the football was fairly positive today. We didn't create any chances really in that first half, aside from one opportunity that Jack Rodoni saw off of a cross. And I forget what happened. Rodoni... no, it was a through ball, actually. Rodoni tried to blast it, but it was Leak who made his presence known, came in with a slide tackle, and Rodoni blasted it over the bar. Rodoni was kind of a non-factor today, unfortunately. Again, not really confident with his 1v1 ability, and there were a couple instances where he tried to take it to his right and put the cross off, but it was either blocked or he got his pocket picked. So Rodoni kind of a non-factor today, but McCormick was a very good player all around, making off-the-ball runs, stringing together a couple good passes, and obviously scoring the goal today after a really good ball played in by Che Alexander during open play. Header won by Pressley towards the back post for the second chance for McCormick to blast it. He had to get that one perfect. He blasted it with his laces off of the bounce. Had to get that perfect. Otherwise, it would have gone over the bar, would have gone wide, or something along those lines. Blasted it, roof of the net near post. Glad to see McCormick on the score sheet again. Aaron Pressley played pretty well today. I gave him some stick in the past, but I think on the ball, he had a little bit more quality. Instead of taking 3 touches after receiving the ball, not knowing where to play it, he actually played a couple of overlapping runs to McCormick and to Asal. And one time to Woodyard as he came, dropped deep, played it over to Woodyard. And Woodyard, I think, tried to play a through ball over to either McCormick or Asal in that first half. And Pressley won a lot of headers, actually. Pressley has been a very double-edged sword kind of player. Very, what's the word for it? Polarizing. Some people say, it's not his fault. He's not receiving the service. On the other end, it's like, oh, he looks lost out there. And I was one of those players that thought he looked lost, but he didn't get too much service either. Hennigan, a lot of times when he received the ball, would lump it forward to Pressley. Like 80% of the time he would do that. And Pressley won a good amount of those headers, as well as a couple of times winning the chest down, laying it off to somebody. So I thought Pressley looked good in terms of winning headers and whatnot. But again, the striking depth is a little bit shallow. You would like to see someone like Oli Palmer coming in to provide some assistance to Pressley. Maybe we can play 2 up top at times. But I think Pressley has looked better today than he has in previous games. But McCormick, great goal. Asal, as usual, great off-the-ball runs. And actually, at times, shrugging off his defenders. There was one instance in which it was a ball played long and over the top, I think, by Hardigan, and Asal just shrugged off Shaughnessy, who tried to get his body in the way, but unfortunately he was deemed offside, otherwise he would have been clean through on goal. Another instance in which Asal, it was a pass that was a little bit wayward. It was a through ball that was a little bit too far to the left, and he just freaking rammed right into Chapman using his shoulder, and it allowed him to break forward on the offensive front. So Ayoub Asal, quality as always, absolute must start. And I think McCormick, Asal, and perhaps Mebude. I think Mebude, start him on the left. McCormick as the center attacking mid. Asal on that right-hand side. I think that's the move. Rodoni has been kind of a non-factor as of late. Obviously just coming off of injury, so that could be a factor. But we'll see what happens going forward. I think overall, decent game. I think there were times in which we looked kind of leaky in the back, mainly on that left-hand side, giving space to Smith and Hamer, the outside backs. But other than that, I think it was a good, overall solid game. Good character. I think that's something that we lacked in the last 3 games or so, going down and showing character to try to get back into the game. And I don't want to throw that term around loosely, but I feel like we played very well. We tried to knock it around. Instead of knocking around the back line and playing negative football, I think we actually, played direct at times, and at times we had the likes of McCormick making runs, Asal making runs, being very dynamic off the ball. Does certainly feel like a win. But, yeah, anyway, 3 out now. It's usually 2 hours, 45-minute halves, 15-minute intervals in between halves. But, yeah, quality game. Overall, solid. I'll take the 1-1. As it stands, I think we're still in... Well, Google didn't update it, but... Yeah, they did update. Okay, so we have 13 points right now. Still in 14th. Just 6 points behind. Did Milton Keynes lose? No way. Doncaster! 2-1 over Milton Keynes, baby. That's what you like to see. Fuck you, Milton Keynes. They're 6th place now. Okay, that's good to see. Not only because Milton Keynes I hate them, obviously, but they were 2nd, and now they're 6th. That allows AFC Wimbledon to kind of have more of an opportunity to try to eventually make their way up to the top 6. They're only 6 points behind Milton Keynes now, who are in 6th. 7 points behind Wickham, so it's doable, honestly. In terms of the relegation positions, they're only 4 points ahead of Charlton. So again, I mean it's fairly close, but this league is fairly competitive all across the board. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Pressley was all. I mean, I think he did better than in previous games. He had the service, won plenty of knockdowns, but you would like to see some assistance in terms of the striking position. Again, aside from one instance in which he dribbled it down the 18-yard box and drew the foul for Moshilaja, again, not really known for his chance creation ability. So nice to see that we had some more support, not only on the overlaps, as him playing the overlaps more often than in previous games, but as well as the service. Right, he has had more service from the likes of Hennigan and Nightingale playing it up to him, or Hardigan and Woodyard playing it up to him, chest height, head height, and we've been utilizing his strengths more often. That being said, thank you guys for watching. It was fun casting this game. I will do some more in the future, of course. And FIFA 22, I plan on getting it today. Plan on uploading some career mode episodes, perhaps with AFC Wimbledon. So stay tuned for that. On behalf of, I'm used to esports. I say on behalf of Mark Artboards. On behalf of Jaggy KM, in this case JaggyDons, I'm JaggyDons. See you guys.